but we might discover some of the flaws within ourselves. Like we're always looking to take something away, right? Maybe I go to the meeting and I say, wow, Glenn, you need to work on these things. This is not making sense. I mean, if you put world leaders together in a collective space and everybody's putting up, the falsities, like we're the richest, we're the strongest, my people are happy. Somebody's sitting in the audience, their face might be like this and saying, oh, the food isn't so great here, or the freedom isn't so great here, or there's too much freedom here. It's collective consciousness. We are all consciously linked, right? The disparities are because when the consciousness doesn't meet. The resolve of humanity, the grace, being able to have patience for other people, that calls for collective consciousness. There's not enough consciousness in the constitution of people and in our resolute spirit.
Do you feel like that comes down to having an open mind? Because for me, when I meet people, I tend to find that you got one of two directions we're going. You're either closed-minded, you've got that wall up, I can't get through to you, no matter what I say, it's not going to fly. And then I meet others that say, let's have a conversation, let's learn from each other, let's sit down and break bread, let's spend some time together understanding where we came from and who we are. That's the way I see the world. Am I looking at this wrong?
You're looking at it right. And I think that's where we are. I mean, I think if we sat down, and I'm not a political guy, but with North Korea, and we talked about agriculture, and we talked about food deserts, that's a conversation you couldn't have in the public. If there was a safe space to talk about it, we talked about irrigation, we talked about how we're growing food and vegetables and water, and even cannabis is grown inside. Are there some formulas that resolutely speak to humanity? I mean, if there's a deficit in reality and causality, it will drive somebody to hear it, even if it's in the echoes of their consciousness. If there's no consciousness, if there's someone says that what you're talking about doesn't exist, then nothing can change. So I don't have to say it to you. I can just show you that mine is working really well, and I have an efficacy or purpose, or I have results that you pray for. I'll silently have that available for you. I might ask you in return for that just the sake of peace or respect or decency. I might say to you to give me X amount of dollars. I might ask you to give me a technology process that you have, a learning process that you have. So my whole thesis has been lately, and my theorem is collective consciousness is the only way to save the universe. It's the only way to be more effective. If you're a business person, you business leaders, you government leaders, you community leaders, if you're not speaking to the core of your supporters, if you're not speaking to the core of your purpose, you're not going to move at the scale you want. There's no such thing as 10x. It's overflated, and it's going to come back like a company that's not really running effectively as well.